Start recording. Oh no, I want to go live. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm sure. What's happening to the people? Welcome, welcome. Let me see what's going on. You know, you're doing it by yourself. You know, take a second. I mean, it's all good, though. It's nothing that we can't work out, figure out. That's for sure. I wouldn't have it no other way. Yeah, to figure it out. As I check it out. I don't have a one watching. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Y'all gonna let me do this by myself. Well, I can't handle it by myself. Don't get me messed up. We can handle it by myself. 14th Amendment versus Americas Descendants of Slavery. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. When I get this thing mastered, which I will, I'm still just sitting here waiting for a few more souls. I don't need that many. No, sir, I don't need that many. This message here. One night I had you like for years. That's just one night. It's so much history that went down so fast. And yet, American Descendants of Slavery still fighting amongst ourselves what we want to be called. We talking 33 BC history. Imagine that. You skip over grandma, grandpa, and their grandparents. You have no interest in that. But you'll jump from there all the way back to 33 BC. That don't bother you? I mean, gee whiz. What's up there? What's happening? What's happening? Put this thing up here. Gotta learn how to share a little bit more. I want to make you a mod. No. Give me a second. I want to make you a mod, sis. I wonder why this is not coming up. Oh yeah, there's a long delay. This is going to get done. As long as they can hear me, it'll be a record out there for this. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. No matter what. When it go down, you'll be in as a mod. Oh man, it went down for a minute. Okay, it popped off for a minute. Okay. Alright, there you go. I see you with the wrench now. That way when it pop off, you can get some straightening when the preaching and teaching start. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can hear myself playing through. I see. Uh-huh. Oh, this was a good practice run, though, if nothing else. I can always take this down and save it, but I want to show up leave it on record. I called my cousin Chad up in Jersey today, told him happy birthday. We went back in that family history. I said, boy, we still around. Down through the years. 1700s into the 1800s. You pick up a trail, early 1800s. Things go dry for a couple of years in the middle of the 1800s. My goodness, by the end of the 1800s, starting at about 1870, the paper trail back on. Yeah, I mean, me and a co-worker, not really my co-worker, we were talking earlier today. I was explaining to that woman, listen, from about 1868 to 1877, those would be the glorious years. Oh yeah, he did. I just realized what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. I was explaining to the lady that those were some dark years there. After Haynes and them pulled the Reagan Carter like type of deal. Another story for another day. I still need to mess with this thing. Learn how to share. Let's see. We'll be right back on that page in just a second. Yes, indeed. Let me pull this back up. Yes, back to the co-worker. Yeah. She was a political major. We were discussing the 14th Amendment. And for me, a lot of teachers don't give really no context, in my opinion, to exactly, not so much of what was going on. Okay, bet that up. The algorithm. That's how they went. Dang, okay. Touche. Anyhow. I was explaining to her as she's a political major. I'm a history major. I was explaining to her that I feel like, in my opinion, context be missing. And because it's missing, then the message is now missing. Although words are being thrown around. Now, some people feel like a lot of things don't really matter. It was a long time ago. They'll see, for an example, they'll see something like this right here. They'll say, like, oh, like, no, those people right there, see, that's Ireland now. And this picture was taken some years ago, back when Obama had one office, and it's not funny, but for some reason, after all of that talk, they wind up outside in the snow, giving their afterthought messages. So, context. So what does that have to do with anything dealing with the 14th Amendment? The point is, it wouldn't be able to stand there had it not have been for those people, our people, and then we have to kind of like really just sit down for a minute, really kind of slow it down. People be acting like, you know what I'm saying, you can't say my people, or it gotta be everybody, all body. Nobody not trying to hear that, you know what I'm saying? When I'm talking to the people, you know what I'm saying, I'm normally talking to the people, you know what I'm saying, that come from the deep south and whatnot. You might hear me just up. You know what I mean? From the south. Okay. It doesn't matter where it's shaded in. Doesn't matter where it's just lined in, or if there's a few sprinkles. You understand? If it's not the bottom one, then it is what it is. The institution. And an establishment. Yet, we have a hard time remembering. Look at that landmass. Look at that landmass. Just imagine that filled up with our people. We don't even have to get to the deepness of it yet. We don't even have to get into the blood, sweat, and tears. Let's just first identify our people. Landmass. North America. And what later they wind up calling the Dirty South. So imagine our people scattered about, and I've argued with many scholars on the whole subject matter of but we all came from Africa. We all came from Africa. And I'm sorry. One of the things that I have to make sure that I peel my hat back on, you understand, is this all of us came from Africa. Okay. I totally get it. I understand. People be upset. But when you really give it some thought, and that time period that they set forth, in the 1600s, and you bring them over here as slaves, there's something you have to explain to me. I'm still on the subject of this map right here for a minute, with the overall subject and topic for the night was the 14th Amendment. We're dealing with context. Now, if you bring these people over here from Africa, you're gonna have to explain if they were slaves from sun up to sundown. If that's the truth, if the truth is they were slaves from sun up to sundown, somebody's gonna have to explain how grandma, grandpa was explained to them from their grandma and grandpa where the well was at, which fruit to eat, which ones to use for medicine, took care of the colonist people, knew how to hunt, knew the land. You gotta explain that. Speed down through the years, 1600, 1700. As we go on, we're going to go over a lot of this stuff. But you go down through them years, and you pull up there in 1860, the brewing of the Civil War. It look like it's going down. Because I'm going to be honest with you. The honest truth is, from my studies, a lot of this right here that you see, a lot of this happened after the Civil War. As I was explaining, and as Reconstruction was brought to a halt, and them years set in place, when I said it was some dark years. (1868, 1870), and then the smooth years was 1870 to 1877. You understand? You had protection from the Union troops. Most of the Europeans, we're going to come back to why I call them Europeans instead of white. I do that for a reason. One of them reasons is I want you to stop considering and self-identifying as black. You're doing more harm than good. But we'll go there. Back up where I was at. And understanding a lot of that, what you see up on that frame right now, a lot of that happened after the Civil War. A lot of the Europeans had left, headed west, depending on the county. That's another thing. That's another thing. Let me put my map back up here. If I can blow this up. When I say you were well embedded, look at in Mississippi, those people were called the Mississippians. There wasn't no Alabama. Okay. Mississippi went all the way up to that Georgia line, but remember, Georgia did something in 1776, the same year of the Revolutionary War. They codified. They were fully on deck. As my man said on that movie with Denzel Washington in that plane, what'd he say? What'd he say? In Georgia, we call that all day long. I said, my goodness. Every state has its own mighty, could be stressful story, but they have to be told, though. I disagree with the silent generation. That'd be my grandmother. That'd be those people 1890 something up to like 1933 or something like that. I'll double check it. A lot of times you heard them say, "No, baby, I don't. You're not gonna talk. I don't like to talk about none of that. It was just bad." I know. I used to push my grandmother. I came from a pretty strong family though in North Carolina, a little town right outside of Raleigh. It was I was impressed. I was impressed with some of the stands that my family took, and being able to walk that last name down through the years, as I said, all the way up into the early 1800s. There are gaps to know that my people were still doing their thing. I'm proud to know that. I really am. But they didn't have to really do it. They did not have to do it. But they did it anyway. They took a stand, so I'm taking a stand. Anyway, a lot of times I take a strong look at the map just to kind of set it up. Just as we travel, they learned how to travel. A lot of things you see as interstates today were already major roadways from the north and the south doing trade and business. You know that. Okay. Don't come around here playing that Indian. I don't play that. You got to go down to like the 100 class. If y'all want to talk Indian and cowboys, you must go down to the 100 class. This is the 800 class. This is the 800 class. We starting at the 800. You know what I'm saying? We don't do Indians because at no time ever was this India. I'm going to let you marinate on that for a minute. Marinate on that. I said there is no such thing as an Indian coming native, none of that, called an Indian, because this is not India. It's not. to be honest with you, it's kind of outright disrespectful, confusing to the baby. I should have marked it for the kids, but when I go up, when I calm down, I be up there. This is not India. And because somebody made a mistake on a hike, I feel like, in the damage he done, in my opinion, he just don't have the right to name the people. I'm sorry. It's just that Christopher Colombo. You just don't get it. Like, y'all can do what you want to do. Like, remember, this the 800 class. Please just don't come up in here unless you from Kashmir or something like that. Alright, then we might talk a little India. Other than that, this is not India, and at no time ever were these people Indian. So the 14th Amendment wasn't talking to them. Okay. It wasn't well enough. This was a subject matter for tonight, but at the same time, though, I wanted to get a general idea of how it looked, what I can do better, because this message is going to get out. Oh, yes, indeed. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. All right. There it is. The 14th Amendment. It came right after the 13th Amendment, right? I mean, get a load of this. Get a load of this now. Get a load of this. Get a load of it. Get a load of it. Before we even go there, get a load of it. Let me put it up there with me. You know what I'm saying? Get a load of this now. The 13th Amendment really has 20 sections to it. I've put them on Facebook over the years. You know, that type of stuff don't really get no play. Nah. It has came relevant now though, huh? Yeah. And then the ones of us that are actually, I'll just say students of this material, it means a lot to us. And trying to kind of navigate your people through it. Because there are some of y'all out there like, oh my God, Trump, what he said about the 14th Amendment, I'm right so wrong. Look, listen. I'm in a position of this right here. This was for us. And like, who's the us? The us is the American Descendants of Slavery. That group. They've been mistakenly calling a bunch of names, but they are American. And they all did not come from no Africa. Nevertheless, if they have certain things on their birth certificate, that's almost your 12-13% that is owed. 2, never at no time whatsoever should midgets, people with pimples, people with glasses, people don't know whether they're a boy or girl or animal, whatever at any time should have been able to come in the 14th Amendment and find some justice nowhere. You understand? I understand that it says all persons born. But see, you got to remember something. There's something that you must remember. We went over this the other day, but I don't think it took. You had this Dred Scott thing here. You see that Roger Taney up there? See, this, follow me now, this was because what he said. The question before us and whether the class of person described in the plea and abandonment compose a portion of this people and are constitute member of this sovereignty. We think they are not, and that they are not included and were not intended to be included under the word citizen. In the Congress, and can therefore claim none of the rights and privileges in the Congress, and can therefore claim none of the rights and privileges which that instrument provides, because it's an instrument now, for and secures the citizens of the United States. He goes on a little further, but we'll take care of that on another day and whatnot. Now that's what he was talking. Then that was Monday. Monday he was saying this. Tuesday something happened, and then by Wednesday we were back right here. All person born or naturalized in United States and subject, which that's a good argument for us inside of that, but this president didn't write that. Subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens, when technically we're not really citizens in the purest form. Okay. And the subject to jurisdiction thereof. That's a strong line right there. Those of you that come across this someday will come to realize that that subject part in that first word, second word after the comma, are citizen. Okay. Subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside, where they live. You understand? You following me? Where they live. No. Remember the map. Even here. Even down here. Even down here. That applied to them too. It applied to the family too. Even down here. This part, all this was over with. Okay. Let me pull my map out, boy, in a heartbeat. Moving on. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privilege or immunities of citizens of the United States. Okay. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, now family, I'm telling you, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. That was section 1. That was section 1. And as we get ready to bring this thing here to an end, but I will get it together, and we may have to backtrack to here one more time. But just remember, this was in response to this, and there's some more of this. We will get that up. We most certainly will. But yes, this family was because what my man in the Supreme Court, Chief Justice, now you see it up there, Chief Justice, Chief Justice said that. Okay. That's this is what they. Okay. There's some people that look at it more and could have a, well, we're not going to go there tonight, but yeah. All of that. You follow me? All of that. Mm-hmm. 14th Amendment, Section 1. Section 2 would be up tomorrow night. Rewind this back, fast forward it till they get to the jiggy part. But I told you, I'm going to work on this because I'm not going to be just sitting up here popping no bubble gum. This stuff is serious stuff. It's serious stuff. And unfortunately, I'm one of those people. Either I'm going to sit up there and say, well, okay then, the unique love for my own people. I took it upon myself many, many years ago to pay attention and do the best I can and try to live through this thing called life. Anyway, there you have it. Fourteenth Amendment, Section 1. We hung out with that. I went briefly into that, subjects to the jurisdiction thereof are subject citizen, it should read, more or less, but yet citizen. And it was for one group of people and one group of people only. And that was the people that were under the foot of the institution called slavery. Even if you were free, you still had to be extremely careful. Even if you were free. We have a free in our family. Yeah, we got somebody free. That was a free man in our family. And it was hard on that brother spending all that money and time trying to buy his wife and children out of bondage. You understand? You were whatever the mother was. They still play this game to this day. This is not a country where the father has equal say. Well, he can. He had to jump through some steps, but it's just not at. It's not at birth. It's not right when the child comes out. That's for sure. Okay. You are whatever the mother was. If the mother was free, the children were free. If the mother was enslaved or in bondage, thus therefore the children were too. Section 2 we'll get into tomorrow night. I'm going to try to make a 7:45 appointment as tonight. I'm going to ask for people to be patient, because as you see, once we get warmed up, we get warmed up. I've been stood up on this thing all night. I have so much I've been saving and putting up here and there for that day to come when I get it together enough to do just what I'm doing. Come on, for real. Yes, indeed. Well, look, I enjoyed this. It was a little rocky at the start. I still think I need to tweak some things, but hey, I'm a regular American like you. What you talking about? When I had to get up and go get it today just like you did. You feel me? But no problem though. I'm gonna keep stabbing at it, keep working at it. Because really and truthfully, it ain't about me. It ain't about me. Remember now, it's about this information. It's about the information. It's literally about seriously. There's nobody not trying to talk about you or down you, but sometimes I feel like you need to just put it out there like this. Slow it down. Everybody's so quick, they ready to make that. I'm ready to make this. I am not in this. Yes, indeed. There's a cash app. There's a share button. There's all of that. That's all fine and good with me, but I'm not in this for no money. No, sirree, Bob. That, y'all done had enough. Y'all should have been done had enough of that. And these people trying to tell you everything was all right and whatnot, and you literally up in auction blocks. You literally separating family. Y'all wrong. You didn't cry for them kids. Man, look, I told y'all. I told y'all. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? To be patient. Anyway, once we get warmed up, I had to take a peek at something real quick. But no, on the goodbye note, yeah, we being auctioned. You got people in the 14th Amendment talking about some as if this is their story. As if this their story now. And everybody acting like we can't say nothing. when Sister Ida was going off, she was going off about them hangings. Well, you better be glad I don't want to be just nutting up on here. You understand? Every time you turn around, it was always something. That's what these people did. And we did. And we found ourselves under all of this right here. Under all of this. Now that's something. There's this month. You can just pick one of those words and just put it there. It'd be like blank month. Pick one. That last one, that African American, they need to stop that continent mess. And then you got people out here talking about, well, I'm an Irish American from Ireland. Well, I'm an Italian American from Italy. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm a Nigerian American, and I'm from Nigeria. Ain't nobody talking no continent. You know what I'm saying? The Nigerian don't say, I'm from Nigeria, Africa. It's not what he's going to tell you. The Nigerian, he may give you the tribe. He may say something like, I'm Yoruba or Igbo. But before he gets to that, he's going to just tell you Nigerian American. Oh, okay. And then if you got a little bit of knowledge, you may be smart enough to ask him what tribes did he come from. And if he wants to, he can tell you. If not, then he won't. I'm not here for that. Okay? We not them, they not us. Our history here, we done mixed the mango, we done ate, and just that group kept coming out on the bottom. Okay? And in some places, it wasn't Monday. It wasn't like that. Tuesday, something happened. Wednesday, I'm talking about Monday. You could bury the brothers and the sisters and the Europeans were being buried together. That's Monday. Monday, they were being buried together in the same cemetery. No problem. Going in the little storefronts and everything, eating. No problem. Riding on the Charlie Hart, whatever, all that. You know what I mean? No problem. Tuesday, something happened. Wednesday, well, they couldn't do that no more. Blacks to the back. Yeah. But all that up there. Okay. When you just American. And if they want to get into the lineage of it, and they feel like they can handle it, then you give it to them. You feel me? But anyway. We covered a lot. I'm going to enjoy doing this. I most certainly am. You don't ever wonder when you look at something like this, like, I understand the dude in the room. I got that. His family too. And the psychological trauma that might, but I'm looking at the ones in the window. You know what I mean? Everybody, to myself, everybody in the 14th, anybody can get in the 14th Amendment. You talking about after this right here? There ain't but one group the 14th Amendment was for. It's gonna get somebody in the world of trouble. Y'all been playing around in that thing for a long time. Somebody else got to come up with something else for you. 14th Amendment, it was for one group and one group only. That's the truth. His folks. Okay. But he said all person, listen, y'all wasn't even supposed to, look, if they ran it like, don't worry, hey listen, it's a shame, and then I'm gonna go. Those babies, every morning on the news. Maybe right close to 5 o'clock in the morning. They'll have those babies up there, like 3rd grade. It's amazing. I love the little 3rd graders, man. But they be smart. Like, they know that black is an adjective. And they know an adjective, it modifies and/or describes a noun. And then they'll come home and their mom and dad will tell them, you're an adjective. You're black. You're an adjective. You're not a noun. Everybody else is a noun. You're an adjective. That's what you're telling the baby. That's what you're telling the baby. The last thing is, the babies do the little Pledge of Allegiance. And then they get to the part where they say, to the republic for which it stands. Because this was a republic. But then when they go home, the parents and them going to tell them it's a democracy. It wasn't never a democracy. And neither was it ever supposed to be a democracy. They supposed to had done dropped them things on our people. Paid us what you owe us. You've been here a long time. I've been here a long time. Us Americans could have made it happen. But somebody else is playing a whole nother game. But it don't change the fact, at the end of the day, the 14th Amendment was made for our people and our people only. And that's Americans, Descendants of Slavery. Do what you will with it. Thank you. Have a good evening. It's been fun. Regardless, because you can criticize it all you want to. I don't mind it a bit and whatnot. It was a little rocky start, but hey, I'm moving forward. You dig? I'm moving forward. Nothing gonna change that and whatnot. I'm moving forward. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'm every night just cause I want to. I got a microphone. I got a camera. I got a space to do it in. I have a computer. We'll just do it all month. Yeah, a lot of stuff to show. Yeah. Anyway, you got the Cash App down there. Real simple. My first name, Senior. KAAZONSR. You got a like button. You got a subscribe button. You got a share button. Those of you want to contact me for some subject matter, subject material, whatever may have it, see that name, Kazon, at gmail.com. Kazon, K-A-A.